Almost 40 years ago, The Golden Girls became a groundbreaking sitcom, delighting audiences with its sharp humor, heartfelt storytelling, and the undeniable charm of its cast. Starring Bea Arthur, Betty White, Rue McClanahan, and Estelle Getty, the series not only redefined comedy but also celebrated friendship and aging in a way that was ahead of its time. Now, in 2024, we take a look at what happened to these legendary stars after the show ended. From their later career milestones to the enduring legacy they left behind, discover how the lives and impact of these remarkable women continue to resonate today. Betty White, born on January 17, 1922, was a beloved television icon whose career spanned over 8 decades. She is best remembered for playing Rose Nyland on The Golden Girls, 1985 to 1992, a role that showcased her sweet, innocent, and humorous nature. Betty was 63 when she began playing Rose, a character whose quirky stories from her hometown of St. Olaf charmed audiences worldwide. Betty's career began in the 1940s, and she became a pioneering figure in television. Despite her professional successes, her personal life was not without hardship. She had a long and happy marriage to game show host Alan Ludden, who passed away in 1981, and she never remarried. Though she had no biological children, Betty was deeply devoted to her beloved pets and maintained strong bonds with friends and fans throughout her life. Betty's enduring positivity and warm personality made her a beloved figure, and she was admired for her advocacy for animal rights. Betty White passed away on December 31, 2021, at the age of 99 due to natural causes, leaving behind a legacy of kindness, laughter, and groundbreaking work in television. Estelle Getty was born on July 25, 1923. She played Sophia Petrillo in The Golden Girls, 1985 to 1992, Dorothy's sassy and sharp-tongued Sicilian mother. Sophia, with her no-nonsense attitude and often outrageous tales, became an iconic character on the show, providing many of its comedic moments. She was 62 years old when The Golden Girls premiered in 1985. Before finding fame in her later years, Estelle had a challenging journey. She struggled with typecasting early in her career, as her youthful appearance belied her actual age. Despite this, her breakout role as Sophia in her 60s finally allowed her to achieve the recognition she deserved. Her personal life, however, wasn't without hardship. Estelle married Arnold M. Mogul, a former dentist, and the two had one child together, a son named Carl. While Estelle's career flourished, her personal life was marked by difficulties, including the strains of balancing work and motherhood. Tragically, as she grew older, Estelle faced the immense challenge of living with Lewy body dementia, which eventually contributed to her death on July 22, 2008, at the age of 84. Bea Arthur, born on May 13, 1922, was a versatile and acclaimed actress who gained immense fame for her role as Dorothy Zbornak on The Golden Girls, 1985 to 1992. Dorothy, the sharp-witted, sarcastic substitute teacher, became a fan favorite for her dry humor, resilience, and strong personality. Bea was 63 years old when she took on this iconic role, drawing from her wealth of experience in theater and television. Bea's career had many ups and downs. She starred in the groundbreaking show Maude in the 1970s, but her personal life was marked by challenges. She had a troubled marriage to actor Robert Altman, which ended in divorce, and though she never had children, Bea poured her energy into her career. Her life was often characterized by her fierce independence, which sometimes led to feelings of loneliness. Despite struggles with her personal relationships, Bea's work was deeply respected, and she received several awards for her performances. She passed away on April 25, 2009, at the age of 86 after a battle with lung cancer, leaving behind a legacy of unforgettable roles. Rue McClanahan, born on February 21, 1934, was best known for her portrayal of Blanche Devereaux, the glamorous, flirtatious Southern belle on The Golden Girls, 1985 to 1992. Rue was 51 when she took on the role of Blanche, bringing her character's bold charm and vulnerability to life. Off-screen, Rue's personal life was a roller coaster of romantic entanglements. She was married 3 times, but like her character, she faced challenges in maintaining lasting relationships. Her career had its struggles, particularly in the early years, when she faced typecasting, but the Golden Girls gave her the recognition she deserved. Rue had a successful career in television, but her later years were marked by health issues. Despite her personal struggles, she remained a beloved figure, known for her wit, warmth, and strength. Rue passed away on June 3, 2010, at the age of 76, due to a brain hemorrhage, leaving behind a legacy of unforgettable performances and an enduring place in the hearts of fans. Herb Edelman was born on November 5, 1933, and played Stan Zbornak, Dorothy's ex-husband, in The Golden Girls, 1985 to 1992. Stan, with his bumbling and often clueless nature, was a central figure in Dorothy's past, bringing both comedic tension and occasional moments of reconciliation. He was 51 years old when he began playing Stan on the show in 1985. Though he was not always a positive influence on Dorothy's life, Stan's character added complexity and humor to the series. Off-screen, Herb's career in theater and television was marked by a series of successes and setbacks. He had a rocky relationship with fame and was often overlooked in Hollywood despite his talents. His personal life was similarly turbulent. Herb married and divorced 3 times, and although he had children from his marriages, his relationships were often strained. He was very private about his life but dealt with health struggles later in his career. Herb Edelman passed away on July 21, 1996, at the age of 62, due to emphysema. Harold Gould, born on December 10, 1923, played Miles Weber, Rose's boyfriend, in The Golden Girls, 1985 to 1992. Miles, a kind and intelligent college professor, provided stability and affection to Rose, whose past was often filled with quirky adventures. They shared a relationship filled with genuine affection and mutual respect. Harold was 61 years old when he began portraying Miles in 1985. Despite his success on screen, Harold's life wasn't without its struggles. He had a long and successful career in television and theater, but he never quite became a household name, often taking on supporting roles. Off-screen, Harold had 2 children from his marriage to his first wife, but their relationship ended in divorce. In his later years, Harold fought a battle with prostate cancer, which ultimately claimed his life. He passed away on September 11, 2010, at the age of 86. His death marked the end of a career filled with remarkable performances, including his beloved role as Miles in The Golden Girls. Bill Dana, born on October 5, 1924, played Angelo, Sophia's charming and mischievous brother, in The Golden Girls, 1985 to 1992. Appearing during the show's run in his early 60s, Bill Dana's portrayal of Angelo provided a warm and humorous presence in Sophia's family life, helping flesh out the complexities of her character. Known primarily for his work in comedy, Bill's career took off in the 1950s with his popular character Jose Jimenez. His life, however, was not without its difficulties. Though successful in comedy, he struggled with his personal relationships. He was married once, and despite his light-hearted on-screen persona, his marriage ended in divorce. In his later years, Dana faced financial struggles and had challenges navigating the pressures of fame. Despite these hardships, he remained a respected figure in the entertainment industry. Bill passed away on June 15, 2017, at the age of 92, due to natural causes. His legacy as a talented comedian lives on, but his life was a mixture of triumphs and private difficulties. Sid Melton, born on May 22, 1917, portrayed Salvador Petrillo, Sophia's late husband, in The Golden Girls, 1985 to 1992. Salvador, often seen in flashbacks, was a loving and humorous character who brought warmth and depth to Sophia's backstory. Sid was in his late 60s when he appeared on the show, and he brought a certain charm to the role despite the brevity of his screen time. Outside of The Golden Girls, Sid's career spanned several decades, with appearances in films and TV shows like Green Acres and The Addams Family. However, he never achieved the same level of fame as some of his contemporaries, facing many career highs and lows. Sid's personal life was marked by struggles, including 2 marriages that ended in divorce. He experienced challenges maintaining long-term relationships and faced financial difficulties. Despite these struggles, he remained a beloved character actor throughout his career. Sid passed away on November 2, 2011, at the age of 94, due to natural causes. Meg Wy, born on February 15, 1917, portrayed Edna, a quirky minor character in The Golden Girls, 1985 to 1992. She was in her late 60s during her appearances on the show, and her role, though small, added a distinctive flair to the series, enhancing the depth of the supporting cast. Wy's career spanned across theater, television, and film, but she struggled with being typecast, which limited her opportunities. Her personal life was filled with challenges, including 2 marriages that ultimately ended in divorce. Despite her talent, she faced financial instability and often found herself isolated in her later years. Her career highlights included roles in Star Trek and The Twilight Zone, but her personal difficulties, particularly loneliness and financial hardships, overshadowed her success. Meg passed away on January 1, 2002, at the age of 84, due to natural causes. Her death marked the end of a quiet but eventful life, where her acting contributions were often overshadowed by personal adversity. Lenny Green was born on May 21, 1954, and at the time of filming The Golden Girls, 1985 to 1992, she portrayed the role of young Dorothy Zbornak in flashback scenes. As a younger version of Dorothy, she beautifully captured the character's strength, intelligence, and no-nonsense attitude when she was 31. Green's career had its ups and downs, with her biggest recognition stemming from this role. She made appearances in several TV shows during the 80s and 90s but never achieved widespread fame beyond The Golden Girls. Her personal life was filled with challenges, including struggles with relationships and maintaining career momentum. While she never married or had children, she often spoke of the sacrifices she made for her career. At 70 years old, Green still enjoys acting in smaller roles and lives a quiet life, far from the spotlight. Scott Jacobe, born on November 26, 1956, is an actor who gained recognition for his role as Michael Zbornak, Dorothy's son, in The Golden Girls, 1985 to 1992. Michael, a musician with a free-spirited nature, often got caught in difficult situations due to his irresponsibility, but his charm and musical talent made him a likable character. His relationship with Dorothy was often complicated, filled with moments of both affection and frustration. Jacobe was in his late 20s to mid-30s during his time on the show, playing a young adult who had yet to fully mature. His career began in the 1970s with guest roles on various TV shows, but his breakout came with The Golden Girls. Despite being a talented actor, his career didn't reach the levels of fame seen by some of the show's other stars. Jacobe has largely kept his personal life private, though it is known that he didn't face the same degree of personal turmoil as some of his peers. Today, at 68 years old, Jacobe lives a quieter life, focusing on personal endeavors and staying mostly out of the public eye. Jonathan Schmock, born on February 26, 1956, at 68 years old, is perhaps best known for his small yet memorable role as Cop Number 1 in The Golden Girls. His character added a light touch of humor to the series, though his appearances were brief when he was 29. Schmock's career trajectory was mostly confined to supporting roles in TV shows and occasional guest spots in sitcoms. His early career was promising, but he never broke into stardom, a disappointment given his natural comedic timing. In his personal life, Schmock faced difficulties balancing relationships with a demanding career. He was married once but later divorced, and although he has no children, he speaks of the emotional toll that his career and failed marriage had on his personal happiness. Currently, Schmock is living relatively privately, maintaining a lower profile at 68 years old, without any major public updates about his life. Deborah Engel, born on July 4, 1953, was 69 years old when she passed away on February 10, 2023, due to complications from dementia. She portrayed Rebecca Devereaux, Blanche's daughter, in The Golden Girls, a character that brought a significant emotional complexity to the show at the age of 32. Rebecca was known for her independence and strong personality, traits that often put her at odds with her mother, Blanche. Engel's career included a mix of television and film roles, but it was her performance in The Golden Girls that solidified her place in pop culture. In her personal life, Engel faced a series of turbulent relationships, including a difficult marriage that ended in divorce. She had one child, a daughter, but struggled with balancing motherhood and acting. Her later years were marked by health challenges, including the onset of dementia, which ultimately led to her death at 69. Ellen Albertini Dow, born on November 16, 1913, portrayed Lillian, a spirited and independent friend of Sophia Petrillo in The Golden Girls. Lillian, who lived in a nursing home, was known for her strong will and her determination to live life on her own terms, often providing a humorous yet poignant look at aging and friendship. At the time of filming The Golden Girls, Ellen was 72 years old. She had a late start in her acting career, with her breakthrough role coming when she was in her 60s. Ellen's personal life was not without its challenges, as she had to overcome several hardships, including the struggles of supporting herself while navigating the demands of Hollywood later in life. Though she never married or had children, Ellen was devoted to her work, often taking on roles that reflected her personal resilience. She continued to work in television and film into her later years, leaving a mark with performances that showcased her vibrant energy despite her age. Ellen Albertini Dow passed away at the age of 101 on May 4, 2015, due to pneumonia. Chick Venera, born on March 27, 1947, was an actor renowned for his comedic flair, especially his role as Enrique Mas on The Golden Girls, 1985 to 1992. Enrique was a charismatic yet somewhat pompous TV reporter who added humor and drama to the series through his interactions with the main characters. Venera was in his late 30s to early 40s during his time on The Golden Girls, showcasing a character that blended arrogance with charm. He had a prolific career that spanned television, film, and theater, often playing roles that required both humor and depth. Off-screen, Venera's life was marked by his long battle with cancer, which overshadowed his later years. He also faced difficulties in his personal life, including challenges in his relationships. Despite his professional success, Venera's personal life was not without its struggles, though he continued to work as an actor until his health declined. Chick Venera passed away on July 7, 2021, at the age of 74, after a prolonged battle with cancer. Tony Carrero, born on April 6, 1954, is known for his guest appearances as a doctor in The Golden Girls, 1985 to 1992, a role that showed his versatility in playing authoritative yet compassionate characters. Carrero portrayed various minor roles throughout his career, often as medical professionals offering support and care to the main characters during their times of need. He was in his early 30s to late 30s during his time on the show, with a calm, reassuring presence that fit well in the ensemble of characters. While Carrero's career didn't have the same widespread recognition as some of his co-stars, he built a steady career with numerous guest spots in television. His personal life remained largely out of the public eye, with little information available about his relationships or family. Though less active in recent years, Carrero remains an experienced actor who appeared in smaller roles. Today, at 70 years old, Tony Carrero continues to stay engaged with the industry, though his presence in larger roles has diminished. Richard Mulligan, born on November 13, 1932, was widely known for his portrayal of Dr. Harry Weston on The Golden Girls. As the compassionate pediatrician and widowed neighbor to the main characters, Drive Weston was a source of medical advice and emotional support. Richard was 53 when he took on the role of Drive Weston in 1985, bringing his trademark warmth and wisdom to the character. Richard's career had both shining moments and setbacks. While he was well loved for his role on The Golden Girls, his life off-screen was marked by personal and professional struggles. He faced challenges with substance abuse and had difficulty maintaining long-term relationships. Richard had been married twice, but both marriages ended in divorce, and he had no children. Despite his personal battles, Richard's acting career thrived, especially after landing the lead role in the spin-off series Empty Nest. Unfortunately, his life was cut short by health issues. Richard Mulligan passed away on September 26, 2000, at the age of 67, due to colorectal cancer. Philip Sterling was born on October 9, 1922. He portrayed Dr. Ashley in The Golden Girls, 1985 to 1992, a minor but significant character who provided medical care for the show's main characters. Dr. Ashley's compassionate demeanor and professional approach added an essential layer to the show's portrayal of aging and health issues. At the time of filming The Golden Girls, Philip was 63 years old. Though his role on the show was relatively small, his career spanned several decades in theater and television, where he often took on supporting roles. Philip's life, however, wasn't without hardship. His early years were marked by struggles to break into acting, and he often played secondary roles. Philip faced personal tragedies, including the death of his first wife, which left a deep impact on him. He remarried later in life, but the emotional scars from his earlier years were hard to overcome. As he grew older, he also battled health issues, which contributed to his death on November 30, 1998, at the age of 76, due to complications from myelofibrosis. Sher North, born on January 17, 1932, was a talented actress who played Virginia Hollingsworth, Blanche's strong-willed sister, on The Golden Girls. Virginia, whose strained relationship with Blanche added depth to the series, showcased Sherry's ability to portray complex characters. Sherry was 53 years old when she appeared on the show in 1985, and her career spanned multiple decades. Before The Golden Girls, Sherry was known for her roles in film and television during the 1950s and 1960s, but her career faced ups and downs as she struggled with being typecast and finding substantial roles. Her personal life also reflected a series of challenges. She had been married twice, but both marriages ended in divorce. Sherry had one son from her first marriage, but her relationships were often difficult. In her later years, she faced significant health struggles, including complications from cancer surgery. Sher North passed away on November 4, 2005, at the age of 73 due to complications from cancer surgery. Nancy Walker was born on May 10, 1922. She appeared as Angela, Sophia's lively and humorous sister, in The Golden Girls, 1985 to 1992. Angela brought warmth and playful banter to the show, providing moments of light-hearted family dynamics. Nancy was 63 years old when she first appeared on the series. Throughout her career, Nancy was known for her versatility in both comedic and dramatic roles, but her career was often overshadowed by personal struggles. She faced difficulties balancing her career and family life, having been married and divorced twice. Despite her success in the entertainment industry, Nancy's personal life was fraught with emotional pain, particularly due to the loss of her son from a previous marriage. In her later years, Nancy was diagnosed with lung cancer, which she battled fiercely, but the disease ultimately claimed her life on March 25, 1992, at the age of 69. Stanley Camel, born on January 1, 1943, played Herb, a charming and considerate love interest in The Golden Girls, 1985 to 1992. His character added depth to the show's exploration of relationships and romance. Stanley was in his early 40s when he appeared on the show, and his portrayal of Herb, though brief, showcased his versatility in acting. Camel had a diverse career with numerous TV appearances, including notable roles in The Sopranos and Melrose Place. However, despite his professional success, Camel faced significant personal struggles. He never married and, by many accounts, experienced loneliness in his private life. His career had its highs and lows, with periods of financial insecurity and roles that were often unfulfilling. Camel's personal life also included health issues, which ultimately contributed to his untimely death. He passed away from a heart attack on April 8, 2008, at the age of 65, a devastating loss for both his family and the entertainment community. Jack Gilford was born on July 25, 1908. He played Max Weinstock, Sophia's former flame, in The Golden Girls, 1985 to 1992. Max's character brought a sweet, nostalgic element to the show, rekindling an old romance with Sophia. At the time of filming, Jack was 77 years old. He had a long and distinguished career in theater and film, often portraying quirky, lovable characters, but his life was not without tragedy. Jack's early years in the entertainment industry were marked by financial struggles, and his career didn't truly take off until later in life. He also faced personal challenges, including the tragic death of his wife, which deeply affected him. Jack was outspoken about his support for social causes and faced the anguish of being blacklisted during the McCarthy era. His health deteriorated in his later years, and he was diagnosed with stomach cancer. Jack Gilford passed away on June 4, 1990, at the age of 81, after a courageous battle with the disease, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances and enduring resilience. George Grizzard, born on April 1, 1928, played George Devereaux, Blanche's late husband, in The Golden Girls, 1985 to 1992. Grizzard portrayed George in a dream sequence, providing a glimpse into Blanche's past and the deep, lasting love she had for him. At the time of filming, George was in his late 50s to early 60s, and the role added a layer of tenderness to the otherwise playful and flirtatious character of Blanche. Throughout his career, Grizzard appeared in a variety of roles in both theater and television, earning recognition for his skillful performances in shows like The Old Man Who Cried Wolf and The Subject Was Roses. However, his personal life was marked by difficulties, including strained relationships with family members. He married twice but struggled with long-term happiness in his personal life. His struggles with mental health and loneliness led to a turbulent private life, despite his public success. Grizzard passed away on October 2, 2007, at the age of 79, from lung cancer. His death came after a life filled with both professional triumphs and significant personal sorrow. Nan Martin, born on July 15, 1927, began her acting career in her early 20s, making her debut in the 1950s. She portrayed Frida Claxton, a cantankerous and disagreeable neighbor who frequently clashed with the main characters on The Golden Girls, 1985 to 1992. Her role was iconic for its comedic contrast to the more pleasant personalities of the main cast. Martin's career, which spanned several decades, was full of ups and downs. She appeared in numerous TV shows and films, but never achieved widespread recognition, with most of her roles being supporting characters. Despite a long and successful career, her personal life was marred by hardships. Martin was married twice, but both relationships ended in divorce. She had one child, but her relationship with her family was complicated, and she often expressed loneliness later in life. Nan Martin passed away on March 4, 2010, at the age of 82, after battling emphysema. Tom Villard, born on November 19, 1953, played Randy, a minor but memorable character in The Golden Girls, 1985 to 1992. He portrayed a friendly and outgoing man who added to the show's rich tapestry of characters. Villard was in his early 30s during his appearances on the show. Though his time on The Golden Girls was brief, his portrayal left a lasting impact on viewers. Villard's career, which included roles in films like Heartbreak Ridge and TV shows such as The Love Boat, was on an upward trajectory. However, his life took a tragic turn when he was diagnosed with AIDS in the late 1980s. Tom became an advocate for HIV/AIDS awareness, speaking publicly about his diagnosis. Unfortunately, the disease took its toll on him, and he passed away from AIDS-related pneumonia on November 14, 1994, at the age of 40. His death was a heartbreaking reminder of the personal struggles faced by many during the early days of the HIV/AIDS epidemic, and it cut short a promising career filled with both talent and compassion. Earl Bowen, born on August 8, 1941, was a versatile actor known for his role as Father Salerno, the compassionate priest who offered spiritual guidance to the Golden Girls in The Golden Girls, 1985 to 1992. Father Salerno's character brought a sense of wisdom and sincerity to the series, providing emotional depth to the comedic dynamic. Bowen, who was 44 years old during his appearances on the show, enjoyed a successful career that included both television and film roles, often playing characters of authority or wisdom. His personal life, however, was marked by significant struggles. He experienced the pain of losing several close family members over the years, which deeply affected him. Despite his success in acting, Bowen faced difficulty maintaining lasting relationships, having been divorced multiple times. He also battled financial difficulties at certain points in his life, despite his fame. In his later years, he was diagnosed with lung cancer, a diagnosis that would prove fatal. Earl Bowen passed away on January 5, 2023, at the age of 81, after a battle with lung cancer. Lloyd Burgher, born on July 29, 1924, began his acting career at the age of 22 in the 1940s. He brought charm and sophistication to his role as Eduardo, the romantic interest of Blanche, in The Golden Girls, 1985 to 1992. His portrayal of Eduardo added a dash of elegance to the otherwise humorous and chaotic series. Burgher's career, rich with various television and film roles, saw both success and missed opportunities. He was often typecast as a suave, dashing gentleman, which, while giving him notable roles, prevented him from fully expanding his range. In his personal life, Burgher struggled with several failed relationships and never quite found the happiness he sought. He married twice and had 2 children, but the marriages were both short-lived. Despite his professional accomplishments, Burgher's later years were clouded by illness. He passed away from cancer on October 29, 2005, at the age of 81. Ralph Hahn, born on September 28, 1926, was an actor best known for his role as Jim Shue in The Golden Girls, 1985 to 1992, a minor character who added a sense of calm and composure to the series. Jim Shue's interactions with the Golden Girls showcased his thoughtful and gentle demeanor, which balanced well with the dynamic personalities of the main cast. Hahn, who was 59 years old during his appearances on the show, had a long career in film and television, often taking on supporting roles. His personal life, though not widely publicized, was marked by challenges that mirrored the struggles many of his characters faced. He was married but faced the heartbreak of losing a child, an event that deeply affected his outlook on life. Hahn also had to navigate the difficulties of being a first-generation immigrant, which added its own set of challenges. Despite these hardships, he maintained a reputation for being a respected and composed figure in Hollywood. Ralph Hahn passed away on February 26, 2022, at the age of 95, due to natural causes. VTO Scotty, born on January 26, 1918, began his acting career at the age of 21 in the late 1930s. He played the role of Dominic Bosco, a lively, humorous character with an Italian flair in The Golden Girls, 1985 to 1992. His charismatic portrayal added a unique charm to the show, with his comedic interactions becoming fan favorites. Scotty's career was a mix of success and struggle, with him often being cast in smaller, but memorable roles. He worked steadily in television and film, but his most significant recognition came later in life. Scotty's personal life was often troubled by the pressures of his career. He had a tumultuous relationship with his wife, and the couple ultimately divorced after several years of marriage. They had 2 children, but their family life was not without its challenges. VTO Scotty's life was ultimately overshadowed by health issues, and he passed away on June 5, 1996, at the age of 78, after a battle with lung cancer. Stephen Gilborn, born on July 15, 1936, appeared as Howard, a minor yet kind-hearted character in The Golden Girls, 1985 to 1992. Howard was a gentle professional who often supported the main characters during their adventures, offering them wisdom and warmth. Gilborn, who was 49 years old during his time on the show, had a varied career with several guest roles in television and film. Throughout his career, he faced both highs and lows, finding success in theater and television but struggling at times to land leading roles. His personal life was marked by several personal battles, including a turbulent marriage that ended in divorce. Gilmore also faced financial difficulties that led him to experience moments of insecurity and hardship, despite his professional success. Later in life, he was diagnosed with cancer, a devastating blow that further overshadowed his career achievements. Stephen Gilmore passed away on January 2, 2009, at the age of 72, due to cancer. His death was a sad ending to a life marked by both creative accomplishments and personal hardships. Who is your favorite character from the Golden Girls? How do you feel knowing that some of the actors have passed away? Don't hesitate to leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this content, please remember to like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you won't miss future videos. Thank you so much.